Hey everybody, here's a look at my second ride here. So basically my follow-up to the preview of the Specialized Turbo Levo base. It's actually carbon base, as in base model, carbon frame base model with a lot of cheap parts. Let me just say I already want to replace the shifter, only because the shifting is one button at a time. And what we have is an EMTB shifter. I don't know if you can make out the SRAM logo, but in there, if you can read it, it says EMTB. So it's basically one gear switch at a time, right? It's not bad. I mean, it does do what it's supposed to do. Problem is, I'm so used to being able to jam 2 or 3 gears at once that when you're hitting those really steep verticals and you're searching for that low gear, man, let me tell you, it makes a difference. But other than that, I'll be honest with you, even though it's a base build, I'll let you know that it seemed to work out pretty fine. I mean, I dialed it in with the right amount of pressure, right amount of sag. It looks like I used almost the entire shock, and actually in the front looks like I did use all the shock today, so I actually might have to boost it up a little bit. So Red Mountain Rush and Big Sister twice, so that does have a lot of compression because there's some jumps and some pretty steep stuff that you could probably compress all of your shocks. So with that said, I didn't want to wash it because, just to let you know, that after the second ride it looks nice and broken in. But I will tell you, last week on my initial ride I went over the bars pedal strike on a speed area where there was a boulder hiding in the bushes, and I cut too sharp while I was still pedaling, and next thing you know, you're airborne going over the bars. Jacked up my right shoulder a little bit, but all good today. I felt perfectly fine out there. So yeah, anyway, take a peek. The RockShox actually did pretty good. I don't mind not having all of the fanciness of everything. It's got a lockout. Pretty much that's all I need. I do appreciate all of the adjustability on stuff, but it turns out the suspension and the handling felt pretty good, regardless of, you know, a lot of in-house parts on this bike. You know, you've got the Specialized branded hubs and wheels. They seem to be good. It's aluminum, so the bike was 51 pounds without pedals. I didn't want to chop down the handlebars that the bike came with, because I had a extra set of carbon bars that were already chopped down to my size. So you could see it did not come with that neck or bars. It came with the Specialized, so I probably knocked a pound off. I bet I got it down to 50 pounds even. Hey, I'll have to weigh it soon. But with the carbon base build, I gotta tell you, if you can get a chance to get one right now, they're selling these with the basic, here you go, basic setup. Looks like I used about half the battery. There's 10 bars usually. I got 50% left after, I don't know, I think it was 15 miles. Here, I got it going through the different modes. Trail, there's eco, trail, boost. Yeah, not bad. There was enough climbing at Hawes to make it worthwhile. But overall, I think it performs pretty good for the price. If you can still find one of these, I would tell you to go buy it, because they are literally a $6,800 bike, which is good for a carbon frame. But with the basic build, they're knocking them down to $4,900. My guy at Dynamite Bike Lab out in North Scottsdale set me up with this one. I would tell you, check it out, because again, if you need to, if you're an upgrader guy, this would be the perfect, I would say the perfect frame to start with, because the bike handles good. It's got a lot of power, and this is new for a guy who was riding the Orbea Rise for the last year and a half, jonesing to get the full power bike, and this thing seems to be pretty awesome. I know it's got like 90 Newton meters versus my 60 on the Orbea. Makes a difference, let me tell you, but that extra 10 pounds makes a difference too. So little give and take, but so far I'm enjoying this thing. I'll follow up again if I decide that it needs an update, but so far so good after the second ride. I'm liking it. Catch y'all later.